Hi everybody, I'm Nan and this is Silky Intuitive and welcome back. Open reading everybody, we're just opening up a reading. We're going to see what wants to be talked about today. We're going to try to steer away from our Emperor and Empress story for a while. But you guys know how these readings go. What wants to be talked about gets talked about. So, and here we go. It's starting to snow here again, everyone. We're about to get another 9 inches overnight. So, and since it's just starting, this should be a fun afternoon. Beautiful snow falling outside my window. It's just, I just love this little neighborhood. And we're opening up our energy. We're opening up our heart's spirit. Haha, I like that. I was just shuffling and the world popped open, and isn't that a nice energy to draw into this reading for? We all need a little bit of peace and joy and harmony. And we're trying to bring in the positive vibrations today in the atmosphere. We're entering a full moon phase. A lot of conclusions, a lot of culminations, things that need to be ended so that the new doors can open in front of us, because we know that karmically, cosmically, and you guys, I'm going to make just one quick statement about my followers of my story. What we're missing, and even myself, have neglected to remember here, is that we need to close old doors first sometimes, before we even get a crack in that window. So let's wrap it up, because Spirit is not going to bring in the things we want until we have culminated. And that means completely closing the door. That means going to court, signing the papers. If you're getting a divorce, get the divorce. Because for some of us, it's too much to juggle and Spirit just won't allow it in. Okay? So let's have the patience. Let's have the patience of the hangman. Because we're wrapping up business. Let's have the wisdom of the hermit. Because we're seeking the truth. But while we're seeking the truth, it's so important that we culminate. So we're facing the full moon. And there's a real need for me to bring the message. Get business taken care of. Wrapped up. Sealed up tight. No leaks. No possibilities of eruptions. Step back and let the things happen the way they're meant to happen. Hands off the wheel, like I said last night. Hands off the wheel, and let Spirit guide you through the next phase of time, whether it's a day, a week, a month, even a year. That culmination has to happen before new doors can open for so many of us. So, now, open reading. Let's see what Spirit is bringing us in this open reading. You know what I'm being guided to do here, guys? First, hold on one second. As you know, I'm not in any hurry. All right, grab a glass of wine if you must. I'm going to cleanse my cards real quick. And all right, that's what they needed. They needed a little bit of clearing. Here we go. I think we've talked enough about us. Have we talked enough about us? Yeah, if you guys are following the story, this is all about just, as we all enter the gateway, We're not going to all merge at the same time. Even this partner, even if does turn out to be the Emperor, if it turns out to be the King of Cups, one of those two kings, one of those two men are going to be a very lucky, happy man, because he's going to have the Empress, and the other man is going to be very sad that he skipped his opportunity. We're going to start here. It's only because this is energy we're leaving behind. The feeling of the need, and maybe for a while, we are kind of stuck in this feeling. Feeling left out. Feeling separated from something or someone that makes you feel secure. Maybe you do feel a little bit on the outside right now. Maybe you're spending a lot of time alone. Is that possible? I know for me, in my situation, I live alone. I work at home. You can't get more solitary than this. The Emperor is lucky. I'm going to stick this energy back in the deck, and if it's important, it'll come back out. Here we go. I think we're ready. Are we ready finally? Michael is yapping in my ear. Thank you, sweetheart. He is my greatest love. Okay. Good. Oh, I like this energy. This is just what we needed. The Two of Wands. Choices being made, but these choices always bring growth. These are the planting of the seeds, the watering. I mean, get out there and water those seeds. Show yourself. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be known. Don't spend time alone. Get out there. Prosper. The Sun. And the Four of Wands. And here we have the Seven of Swords. I'm just going to show him here because you know what? He's deceptive. He's deceptive. This is you. This is mental energy. For me, this is get out of your own way. Get out of your way. Don't be your own worst enemy. Maybe you're planting the seeds of doubt, and the seeds of doubt are growing. So we have to get out of that negative energy because we don't want those seeds of doubt to prosper. We want them to die. The seeds of doubt, the Seven of Cups, confusion, doubt, illusion, seeing things through rose-colored glasses. A lot of this can be about the rose-colored glasses. The sun, though, brings clarity to that clouded vision, because we know when we have clouds and the sun comes up, the clouds part for the sun. So, this is bringing clarity to a clouded situation. Being joyful wherever you are at this time in your life, whether you're alone, whether you're surrounded by family. You are where you're meant to be. And the confusion, the clouds are lifting. We will be able to see the truth. And there's joy. There's joy here. There's happiness. There's happiness that wants to be found. And I think if we're patient, and let's see what happens. If we're patient, I'm not sure if this is patience, the Queen of Wands, because she moves really quickly, but she has her focus on something, and her focus is on what it is that she wants. I think if we're talking about all of us in general, maybe what some of us need to do, opposed to what it is that we want, is to sit back and wait. And again, for me, this is my group, my guys speaking. I'm speaking directly to my guys who are just so wrapped up in what it is that they're trying to manifest that the judgment's a little clouded. There's some confusion on a lot of people's part. We've got this confusion. Stepping back. Again, I'm going to say it. This is the same card that came up last night. Hands off the wheel. If you're in the process of manifesting something, this is saying you've got to let go and let your guide, whatever it is that you reach to connect with your spirit, whatever form it takes in your life, let that take control. Just leave it go. But some of you are going to hang on to it, and that's where the mental confusion comes. Some of us just are not seeing that this time of backing away from whatever it is that we've been progressing towards, it's a cooling off period. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. So all minds can get clear. Focus can come back where it really needs to be, because she's not ready to look at what's in front of her. I don't know if the Emperor is ready to look at what's in front of him. He seems to me very happy to be distracted, and that is a message that I wanted to talk about. Now, with this need to step back and reflect on what it is that we're trying to successfully bring into our lives, we have the Five of Cups. That's the card of disappointment, and that's why I'm very concerned about you guys who are, like me, having the difficulty with that manifestation, the manifestation that you know you're being called to have. And it's being met by stoppage after stoppage after blockage after blockage. And we're just progressively getting stopped every step along the way. And I don't know, honestly, if that's the way this is really set up to go. You would think if you are meant to flow into a situation that is based on unconditional love, you'd stop getting held up with grief and loss and sadness along the way. Is this the human condition? Is that the part of us that is the human condition? Okay, the Eight of Cups. To me, and I'm just going to say this for a lot of people says, yes, you're walking away. A lot of us are. If you're in this process of manifestation, walking away from what is not serving you is part of the journey. It's part of what we're doing. It's part of where we're going. It's where we're being called to go. And so those of us in the situation, we've walked away. We've let go of the difficulty and we've moved away. And even though that little bit of nagging sadness is still there, there's a joy that's around us that is there when we're prepared to move through the gateway. The gateway has in no way closed on us. In fact, the gateway is just opening up because we know that this guy, once he's left these cups, and a lot of you guys, these cups have been building up for 10, 20, 30 years. We were emotionally invested in whatever this was that we put ourselves, our heart and our souls into. But this guy is refilling his cup. He's at the wall where the water leaks and he's refilling his cup at the wall. So it's here with the new beginning of the Ace of Wands next to the Queen of Wands. The woman who's full of desire, the woman who knows exactly what it is that she is wanting in her life. Yet her spirit is being asked to take her hands off the wheel. And this queen is a control freak. She is not going to be happy letting spirit take it because she wants to be in control of what happens in her life. She wants to be in control of where she puts her sorrow and where she puts her joy and where she refills her cup. But we're seriously again being asked that if we take our hands off the wheel and just let it go and let it happen, that space where we're refilling our cups will be there. It will show up. Because we know these two cups are still full. Actually, these cups are still full, but we've had to abandon them. I think the abandonment is where the real feeling of loss is at. Now, we've got this Eight of Wands, and number one, you know what? I'm going to look at something. I really think that Spirit telling us to back away from this situation for a while. Just back off. Let's give the situation some space, is what this is telling me. It's about protecting. It's about protecting ourselves. It's about protecting ourselves, our souls, our hearts from further harm. In the traditional definition of the Nine of Wands, this man looks out into the future with expectation, as if he's awaiting an enemy. Now listen to this. This man is expecting an enemy as he looks out over his, over whatever it is that he has an expectation of, whether it's business, whether it's love, whatever you've abandoned to walk towards something better. You look out over your future, but it's almost as if you're awaiting an enemy to show up. Behind you is your opposition, the opposition that you've had in the past. This is the assurance that whatever you're moving towards, whatever you're wanting to come after this time of repose, you know you're going to be able to face it and conquer it. And most importantly, this card talks about delays. But this is a self-imposed delay. Thank you. It took me a few minutes to get there. Because my intuition is really I'm really feeling very stuck with my intuition. And whatever this delay is, I've been feeling it for the past week. The whole situation for me with this manifestation, it was moving along, and I don't know how you guys are feeling about it. But as I was moving along through it about a week ago, about the time I reached out to connect with this object of my desires, whatever it was, on a business or a personal level, about that time that I reached out, a door slammed shut on me. And I should have seen it a week ago. I should have seen it a week ago coming. And then I reached out. And it felt like a door. Another one slammed shut on me again. And it feels like this is where we're getting held up. Is where we're reaching out. Where we're reaching out is where the door is being shut. That tells me that maybe the person that we're trying, the person or the thing that we're reaching out for, is just not prepared to touch back on that level. Maybe they too are in the process of just stepping back and letting things happen. But again, we're in delays. We're very, very much in delays right now. Now we have the Star card. And there are so many meanings that we can take from the Star. But what does she really mean for us on an individual level? Are we looking for success? Are we looking for popularity? Are you looking for stardom? Is that where the delays are resonating in your life? In your personal life, you might be looking at delays in climbing the ladder of success. If it's around your love life, there are going to be delays in bringing about whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into your love life. But we know we're being held up. The Star can talk about bright prospects, but these are bright prospects in your future. So I really think that's great energy, pushing us through this period where we're feeling some hesitation. We may be in a full-blown lockout right now, but you can't be frozen out forever. Again, it's where are you desiring to go? The accomplishments you're looking for are being met with delays now. So when you're being met with delays, thank you, Michael. He just said, when you don't know what to do, do nothing. Do nothing. We are in a stagnant point with what we're manifesting. It's telling us to just chill the F out and let it happen. We've set out our intentions. We've made them known. We've clearly stated what it is that we're wanting from this thing. Now we're stagnant. It doesn't always move forward quickly. Like I said, it doesn't always move forward quickly. The hermit searches for the truth, and he knows when to go within. He knows when to go. He knows when to get off the road. He knows when he's being called home. He knows when he's being called to take a pill and just relax with it. You can still go within, but you may be asked to do it alone for a while, because there is definitely a separation here from an object an object of affection, maybe someone, and I'm going to speak incredibly honestly right now. This person who I have been led back to, I have known him for 20 years. Our friendship goes back 20 years. And for 20 years, Spirit put something else in front of me that kept me from this energy, this individual. That I have had feelings for this person since the moment I laid eyes on them. And that is the truth. That is shedding light on the truth. And so many of you are saying the same things right now. But that roadblock was in front of me for 20 years. There is no reason on this green earth for me to think that this situation is going to change overnight. It's not. It took 20 years to get here. I have no idea how much longer it can take to bring this back. I can even say, in my case, it may not even be until the next lifetime. It's part of what I do. Now we have justice here. Now that's that old door closing for some of you. That's that old door slamming. Like I said, justice means there is something that's needed to be done. A severing, the closing of an old situation. Again, with the full moon, there's very much a feeling of completion coming around the time of the full moon that may just take down the wall of protection, take down the resistance. Maybe even as soon as that, maybe releasing us from the stagnant period. But the justice needs to be served first. The Page of Pentacles brings news. He brings news that you are about to experience something that affects you in your home, at your foundation, at your very day-to-day life. This can be, if you're going through this process we're talking about here, this can be news that is about to happen, and that can be in and of itself the freeing of your abilities right now. It may be the thing that brings the closure in the situation. Now look at this, okay? The Ten of Pentacles. Well, whatever you're doing to bring success into your life, on a material level, it's definitely there. We could be talking about family money. You may be talking about inheritance. You might be talking about stocks and bonds if it's a business endeavor that you are working on. If what's in delay for you, well, I think that is going to break loose, and maybe the new moon is when that is possibly going to happen. Know that on a physical, financial level, you're safe. You're going to be well, but there is an issue in your life that is just um, absolutely stagnant and not producing. And that's why I keep saying it's love. It can too be money, but there's the open gateway. That's the message here. It's not the actual pentacle here, the presentation of the pentacle. It's the presentation of the gateway, the open gateway, that says you've reached a level of success with this thing now. You can move forward. Now, it's funny. If you're following my series with the Emperor and Empress, neither one of them has showed up here. The Page of Wands. Maybe they will. Do we know? Because this little fella usually delivers good news. He's usually the positive news bringer. He maybe finally extending that long-awaited invitation that changes your life. It's always possible. And it may happen quickly, but this is Cupid's arrow. So at some point for most of you, after a period of repose, of stepping back, of examining this thing and maybe just letting it play out, there may be, out of the blue, an open communication coming through that changes the situation completely. Now, we have the message coming through, like I said. Some of us are downloading a lot of spirit information, messages from another dimension, from people passed on. There's a lot of downloading of serious information at play here. The messenger here, it could be an actual message, but I'm thinking, you know what? Pay attention to those cosmic and psychic messages coming through right now, because they may be really important. Because we all want to notice, we all want to be able to recognize that open window or that open door, that new opening to the gateway when it happens. We don't want to miss it. Wow. These cards don't want to be shuffled at all. All right, I'm going to take one more shot at you guys, and then I'm going to start reading. Yeah, I think we got it. The Lanimika. The falseness, the liar, deceiver. Maybe we're deceiving ourselves around something. The disgracia, the tower. I think what this is we're leaving that old shit behind. Whoever it is that's going through this process right now, leaving a bad relationship behind where you're actually having to go through the court system, just know that the release from that negative energy is coming, and it's coming quickly. So you may actually have to wait a certain period of time to complete your business. I almost feel this horrible sense of impatience all of a sudden. It's as if I've gotten messages from some of you guys. There is a feeling of impatience out there. Because this is wanting things to happen like yesterday. And we know that this situation is not going to happen. Thank you again, Michael. Michael just said, we are in the winter of our discontent. Whatever that means for you. Thank you, the Bart. I appreciate the words. We're in the season of our discontent, guys. There are negative things going on around us, and things are ending, and some of us are so impatient to bring the new in that we're missing the fact that we're trying to rush through a process that cannot be rushed. That's what she is. She is trying to rush a process that cannot be hurried. Be light of heart, my friends. We cannot rush these kinds of endings. This can, but this isn't always the prettiest ending. La Superbia. Vanity. A bruised ego. Thank you. Some of you, I love you guys, and I'm taking this one to heart. I think some of you have a bruised ego. I think some of you were so sure that that last message was going to be the icebreaker. And it wasn't. Or it hasn't yet. Maybe that person still has not received that message. Do we know where on earth that person is, what they're going through, what they're facing? We do not know. Maybe that person is going through a personal catastrophe right now. We don't know. And maybe that's why Michael is saying, let it go. Because that other person, whether it's the Emperor, whether it's the King of Cups or the Empress or whoever the fuck it is, that person is going through something. And they need to be left to deal with it. Or they will never, ever contact you. Do not become an albatross to this person. Let them go. Let them deal with whatever the situation that they are dealing with, because they are dealing with it too. Don't let your bruised ego get in the way. Because this other person is dealing with a tower situation of their own. Maybe, and I don't ever do this, but I am saying that it's a possibility that someone may have lost their mother. I have La Vecchia Signora, the old woman, here. And maybe this disgrace is someone's dealing with a circumstance with a parent, an aging parent. Maybe that aging parent became ill or had a crisis, a living crisis, and now they are dealing with that aging parent's issue. That's just for a small number of you, but it can also talk about an old situation for them that has arisen, that may have taken them down. Okay, and maybe they are just not feeling spirited, and maybe their egos are hurting, or maybe they're feeling wounded in some way, and they are having an issue picking up their head. We have the dilettante. Now, this is the delirious ones. They take foolish chances. They make an ass out of themselves in public. Okay, this is a warning. We don't know what that person is going through. So if you're going through this situation and that other person is going through something that you don't see, let's not alienate them further with a foolish act. Right now, again, let's step back, because we all know that a foolish heart in love can also make an ass out of themselves. Okay. Bambino. Something new beginning. I like that. That's promising. The casa. Security. Happiness. Home. Abundance. More messages coming. So, very clearly here, for those of you getting a divorce, I would say that within the next year, at the very longest, that cycle of life will be finished for you if you're beginning that process now. For some of you, this is happening now. This is a brand new beginning, happening right now, going into the new year. And we really like that because, damn it, it's absolutely necessary. All right. We're going to take a few more tarot on this. I think we've done the Sibila. We're putting down issues that have been weighing on us heavily. We're getting rid of the things that do not work for us anymore. And we're moving. Once we release that burden, we move smoothly into the future. And that's where we want to go with this. After a period of what may seem like long stagnation, and we'll check on it. We'll see how our energy is moving over the next couple of days again. Maybe over the weekend you'll see me again. I think I want to come out with a video every day or so. Maybe not every day, but at least every other day while I'm getting work off of my plate. But you guys, I love it. You're keeping me busy. Okay, we're taking these. All right, first of all, I don't think we're dealing with an addict. Again, if we're talking about our Empress debacle right now, our freeze out, this is him. This is him freezing you out. This is whatever that partner is, that person that you love, that other half that you know belongs to you but has not come forth yet. This is him freezing you out, pure and simple. We have the Ace of Wands here again, though. I don't think it's over. I don't think this is over again. I think you're in the process of a freeze out for a reason. And let me say that he may be freezing you out, or male, female, I say he because, the emperor has a certain form of genitalia. But he can be a female too. The energy, guys, the energy. So, our emperor, like I said, he's dealing with something too. This thing is not done. Because he's in the process, again, of dealing with you and another love. And he's in conflict over what to do. We're going to take a few more on this. So, for some of you, this emperor is freezing you out because he can't decide between you and another direction. Or it's a company, if this is career-wise. This is another company going, well, gee, we like him too. And then you're going, okay, well, which path do I choose? And being in conflict over it. But with our Emperor and Empress, we're looking at, you know what? Maybe have your fun for now. Maybe go on a date or two with the King of Cups. But I really don't know if the situation with the Emperor is done yet. Like I said, I think he's dealing with something again. I don't know what this is, but he's dealing with something from his past. And again, I feel horrible about thinking that maybe he's dealing with an elderly mother that is keeping him from attaining this, but a cycle is completing. Not only for you, but for whomever this other person is that's also in delay. This can be a cycle completing and a new one finishing. If he experiences loss or you are experiencing loss at this time, my deepest heartfelt sympathy. If someone in your family is culminating a cycle on this earth. The Queen of Swords, she can be the widow. And I'm not passing that message along. We have someone here who may be suffering a loss right now. And that is why there has been no communication with this person. What some of you are not seeing is that this emperor has suffered a loss in one way or another, and they are in conflict and they're dealing with it. On the other hand, some of you have an emperor whose loss is not knowing which empress to choose. But we have successful movement forward, so we know that a choice is going to be made by this emperor. And you are the one in repose. You're the one that's holding back. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. If this isn't the loss of a family member or another reason why he's being held up with this situation, well, gee, he makes a decision. He makes a decision and he moves forward. Now, the Six of Pentacles, there's a sense of generosity with this choice. It's a generous choice. It's a good choice. It's got balance, but I'm almost wondering if this speaks to past generosity. Seven of Cups is here again. Seeing things through rose-colored glasses and then taking the illusion down. So, both people in the situation will have their unveiling of truth, will have their moment of clarity. And the Four of Pentacles talks about remaining calm, holding still. This is not greed. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. Greed has no place in this reading. This is about holding out, holding off, and holding on. Because this emperor, I do believe at some point does make a choice. I almost feel like saying, don't get your hands dirty while you're waiting for this emperor. But you know what, Michael? I don't believe that. I don't think that any man, any emperor should be allowed to make a decision for an empress in which direction she goes. So it's really about your choice, empress, where you want to go, and whether or not you choose to wait for this emperor to clean his plate. Now, I can say that if he is dealing, like I said, if he is dealing with the loss of a loved one, there may be a period of separation. And like I said, separation, because it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And that's what this break is. That's what this break is. And I almost feel like our emperor has gone through something difficult. I think our emperor may have gone through something quite challenging lately. Oh, You didn't. Oh my God. Okay, we've got 3 more. All right, here we go. First message. You are lovable. You deserve love. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, just like I said. Maybe it's a little soon to give up hope on this situation because some of you are dealing with an emperor who's got a very difficult situation in their way. Now we have to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So if this thing with this emperor is going to change, it is going to change because you let go and stayed optimistic. Because there is something coming in your love life. And again, these separations can really be hard and they can really feel very negative. They can really feel very negative. But honestly, I don't think you have a choice right now but to let go. Because if you hold on, thank you. Where is it? 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 Where's that card? Where's that damn card? There's a message coming through on a card. I need it. 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 Oh, shoot. Okay, it disappeared. And it was here. Here. If you hold on too tight, it could get away from you. Okay? That's the message that's coming with this. There's a real feeling that we have to let go. Okay? It's because once we really honestly let go is when the real joy comes through. Okay. We have to let go. That's what the whole respite thing is about. It's about letting go and letting it happen. All right, and let's just grab a goddess guidance here. Get us through the next 24 hours or so. Okay, I'm being told to take these. Everything else fell out of my hands, so, and that one. All right, I got it. First one is easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. This emperor may be in a period of grieving or of loss of some kind. Let divine timing work the situation out. Because like I said, I don't think this thing is over yet. Don't lose heart. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? It's very important while you're taking it easy during this period is staying focused on what your passion is, where you really want to go, but letting everything happen in a natural progression. Now we have the sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And that's where I'm going to leave you for today, guys. Keep it positive. Hands off. If there's anything that Spirit is guiding you to do in this situation with a emperor who has gone cold, do not reach out. He may be going through something that you just do not see. He's not the type of person who just abandons. People who have affection for him, let his whatever play out. Because I really think his energy will be back even better than it was before. So, there you go. That's our message for our open reading around our manifesting love situation. This is video number 14. The next one will be number 15. And guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And peace.